everybody, and welcome to the Chroma side of YouTube. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to come on in, and then I'm going to go over my varnishing process. Let's see. I don't see anybody in right now. So, just going to go over it. When you come on in, just shout out, hey, and I will say hi. If you come in and I don't recognize you, it's probably because I'm looking down working, but I'm excited. Hi to everybody. So I did this before, and I just kind of walked you through, like, just kind of speaking it. So I decided a few people had asked me or said that they had thought that I was actually varnishing in the video. So I thought, why not do it? We're going to actually do it on video. So, here we go. So I do some preparatory work first. First, of course, you paint the painting. But everybody knows in this type of painting, we add oils to our paint, which our varnish will not stick to. So my first action is to let the painting thoroughly dry. I usually let them dry for about a week to 2 weeks, depending on how large they are. Then what I do is I take the paintings and I put flour on them, all-purpose, cheap, Walmart brand flour. You don't want to pay a lot for something you're going to throw away, right, guys? So I have my flour on there. Hi, Angela. I watched your I watched your video, and the push and drag one, it was amazing, Angela. I loved it. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And then the way you had added into the cup with the dropette, I'm probably going to steal that little move there, girl. So, just for today's sake, usually I just do this on my drop cloth, but because I'm going to do all of it on this one area, I have a Walmart bag to throw my flour away in. So I'm going to throw the flour off of the painting. And this is what it looks like. Okay? Flour out of the way. All right, so I have 2 buckets here. Usually I do it in the sink. One is soapy water, and one is just regular water. And I took a Scotch-Brite sponge. I love you, Angela. It's awesome. All right, so first things first, I've gotten the flour off of here. It's because it's flour, it's gonna cause a little bit of abrasion. So you have to be very gentle when you wash this. If you see me do like that, you can see where there's some shine, and that is actually some of the silicone. So the flour soaks up a lot of the silicone, but not all of it. My next step, Dawn dishwashing liquid. That is the soap that's in this water. If you watch, I'm also going to take my sponge. I cut a Scotch-Brite in half, and I use the soft side, not the abrasion side, but I use the soft side to wash. So I've got my soapy water here, and what I do is, good morning, Miss Pat. How are you today? I absolutely appreciated you to no end when you posted pictures of that painting hanging for me. That was amazing. And I didn't even have to ask. So I have a teeny tiny bit of the Dawn. It doesn't take much. I'm doing great. I am going to spray varnish in the house, but if you can notice, I have some natural light coming in because I have all the doors and all the windows open. So if you guys hear anything during this video, I'm sorry. Uncontrollable, right? It's a little rainy here, so you can't varnish outside when it rains. So if you can't tell, I'm getting my sponge wet, and I'm not even pushing down. Very lightly going in circles and washing this off. Never won anything, but now I can. Ha! Oh, I'm glad I helped you out. All right, so I've gently washed all of my flour off of my painting. Now, this is one of the tiles, and the reason why I chose to do this one is because I have my commission piece laying here that you all watched me drop the cup on. And I'm actually gonna drop off soon, so I've got to get the varnish on and drying. And I'll talk about dry time on varnish in a minute. So that I'm gonna dunk it down in my bucket now. Usually I just run it under running water, but you don't want to like make it like sit like let it sit in the water because you don't want the paint to get too wet. I mean, yeah, if that makes any kind of sense. So here's this. The reason why I chose this is I'm going to give this to her as a thank you for asking me to commission a piece for her. So now I've rubbed off a lot of that, and hot dog, I forgot my drying towels, of course. Let me run and go grab those. Hold on, guys. All right, I'm back. Drying towels. Ugh. I'm going to pat this dry. Do not rub it. Because we paint on tile or a slick surface, the acrylic can peel off before we varnish it. That's why we varnish, to make sure it stays on. A lot of the times I'll do I've been known to do a resin coating on top, and that really keeps it on, but varnish keeps it on nicely too. So I have that nice and dry, right? And it looks good. When you look at it, all of the paint is consistently the same shine, which acrylic does, but I want to just double make sure. So I'm not going to add any more of the Dawn to it, and I'm going to squeeze some of this water out, and I'm just going to lightly go over one more time. Very lightly. I'm not pressing down. So if you want a visual of how I lay my flour down, you can go back to the original varnishing live that I did. But first, lay your flour down, then wipe down with your Dawn dishwashing liquid. Now I'm going to move this bowl out of the way. And I'm just going to take my clear, not soapy water, and I'm just going to lightly rinse it off. I'm doing this over the bowl because I don't want to do all this, make a huge mess. There, I think that's good. Nice and rinsed off, and oh, there I go rubbing, and I just said don't rub. Duh. Pat it dry. Same thing for your canvases. If you rub on your canvases, it can make that paint peel. So I pat it dry, and then I let it sit for about, like this size canvas, I washed it 3 weeks ago. And because it's this size and there is some heavy duty wood underneath, I lifted it up on cups and I let it dry for about 3 weeks. So that is good. All right, so this is now ready to be varnished. Nice and dry, nice and clean. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Next thing to talk about is my varnish. So I have two types of varnish that I really absolutely love. I will be using this one today. Conservation varnish, that is the price that I pay at my Hobby Lobby. But as I always tell you guys, look for coupons. Hobby Lobby always has a 40% off one non-sale item on their website. Just type in hobbylobby.com and you'll get that coupon. I use Krylon Spray Conservation Varnish, 1371 gloss, some same color, saturation, and appearance as Damar. It will not yellow. Non-yellowing. Now, I desperately want one that will not yellow because I have a lot of white negative space in this piece. I want one that doesn't yellow anyway because that changes the colors, right, guys? This contains UV light absorbers and stabilizers. So if they want to hang this in their kitchen where they have a big bay window and lots of sunlight comes through, this varnish, good to go. It is removable if someone wants to clean their painting. Now, I doubt anybody's going to remove the varnish to clean this painting, but I want that feature there. It protects oil, alkali, and acrylic paintings. So this, because it says it protects oil and acrylic paintings, I typically go with this because it, even if I missed any during cleaning or anything like that, it will still varnish the painting. You just want to, because it will separate. I've had this varnish separate on me when I did not clean the painting. So it will separate if you don't clean your paintings. Again, if you do this, do it in a well-ventilated area or do it outside. Typically, I do it outside, which is why I hardly ever do a varnishing video for you all, because I don't have filming equipment for outside. But today, I have to get this done, and it's been raining in Georgia, so it's kind of not ideal to varnish outside right now. So right now, I figured, heck, I got to do it inside. I got to get it done, so do it on video. Again, I'm doing this inside with the doors open, and I'm sorry for the camera angle. I wish I could get up high, but this painting is very, very large, and my setup doesn't allow for large paintings. Now, another tip for this, you will see me go to the back door. What I'm doing is, I'm going to shake this up, and I have to shake this for about 1 minute to 2 minutes to make sure everything that has settled down in this can is mixed. And also, a good tip is before you start spraying, spray it upside down until nothing comes out of the nozzle. And what that does is if anything has dried up since the last time you've used this can, it will not cause gloops on your painting when you varnish. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and shake up. Turn down your volumes if you need to right now because it's going to be loud, and I apologize profusely, but I wanted to show you all the whole process. But turn down your volumes because I'm going to shake this for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. Okay? Here we go. Oh, I missed it. Ugh. guys, I know it hasn't been 2 minutes, but this has got to be shaken enough, right? What do you guys think? All right, so I'm going to walk over to the back door, and just FYI, my dog is very attached to me. When he sees me, he will start crying for me to come play with him. I will do that after this video, so I'm not being mean, but he cries a lot. But I'm going to go, and I'm going to turn this upside down, and I'm going to spray it out until it stops spraying out of the nozzle. And that will unclog any goops or dried up varnish from the last time I used this. And I'll be right back. All right, that is done. Okay, so here I am, blue hair, onesie, coffee, spray varnish ready to go. Let's get to varnishing. So, I'm gonna actually move this a little closer. Maybe you guys can see me better. About right there. Okay, now I do this on the ground a lot too, so I like to make sure my plastic is smoothed out from my canvas because I am going to do the sides as well. I love the fact that with this type of painting, you don't have to frame because the sides are painted as well. Move my coffee out of the way so I don't get any overspray, and here we go. So you want to hold this about, it says 6 inches above the canvas. Everything that you need to know is on the back of this can, by the way. Directions for use. Shake for 2 minutes. Hold about 10 to 12 inches from the surface. I never do that. I like a thick coating, so I do it about 6 inches above the canvas. I know you should probably do factory, but when do we ever follow directions, right, guys? So first things first, I'm going to check this painting for any hair that might have fallen off of me or the dog or my boyfriend. Make sure it's all gone. Make sure I don't have any in there because once it's varnished, it's on there. Or your paintbrush or whatever. All right, and let's get started. And it does tell you to do straight, don't hook it, because if you do that, then you get an uneven spray. And if you guys comment and I miss it, I'm so sorry. So speaking of comments, I just want to give a quick shout out to one of my awesome family members. And by family, I need to tell you guys, I consider my subscribers family and friends. Family most of all. Because you guys are very important to me. And I want to give a quick shout out to Camille in Australia. She has been so supportive of me since the beginning and just entirely, just impeccably nice. And Camille, I just want to tell you, don't worry about typing in all caps, girl. My mama does that junk too. I mean, it is what it is. Some people make mistakes, and some people type in all caps. It's all good. I love you for all of your beautiful comments you leave me. I love you for our lovely conversations we have off camera. And I'm sure that everyone on the channel loves you too. And, you know, I don't mind your all caps. You know, to me, that just means you're excited about what you're seeing. So, by all means, type in all caps. And let's do something for Miss Camille, you guys. Let's, on my next video that we all type in comments, let's type in all caps. Let's give her a little shout out and a little love. Please do not stop commenting, Camille, because I really love you. And let's just type in all caps, everybody, and show her that we don't mind her all caps and that we love her and that everything is all good, especially on my channel, you guys. Let's show her a little bit of support because she's feeling a little down today. So, I know I'm going to type in all caps on every comment I get on this video. So, right now I'm just making sure I get my sides. Now, this first layer is just that. It is the first layer. So, we can be generous, but we don't have to be that generous because I will be, probably not on camera, but I will be doing this again. Now, let's get this tile over here so I can varnish it. It's nice and dry. Alright, here we go. If you guys see Camille, please give her a shout out and tell her how much we love her. Alright, that is varnished. So, as you can see, there's a little bit of vapor coming up off of this spray varnish. And that's why all of my doors and all of my windows are open. I am doing this well ventilated. You can also do a... let me get over here. I don't know if I can't read the comment. So do this in a very well ventilated area. There's also the option of wearing a respirating mask when you do stuff like this. I just don't have one. But I thought about investing in one, but you know, typically I just do things outside. So now these things are nice and varnished. You can see that nice gleam from my lighting, and that is beautiful. I mean, now this painting is going to be nice and shiny. I will be letting this dry, and I'll be giving it a second coat. Typically, I like to let it dry a week in between coats. But because I do have a kind of a time crunch, it will be okay. But I will film my other videos today, and that'll be about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hours. Oh, Pat, I love you too, babe. But it'll be about 4 or 5 hours, and I'll do another coating, and then I'll let that dry for at least 2 weeks. I let things dry for a long period of time just for the extra security of having it completely dry before I try to transport it. I have tried to transport things where they've dried. Hi, Lacey. I have tried to transport things after they've only dried for a couple of days and actually ruined some things. So, just be careful and give things ample dry time. So this video is about 30 minutes long. So, well, actually we're at the 25 minute, but I don't want to make this too long for you all. I just wanted to give you guys that demonstration. And Pat, you're silly. I love it. I love it. Please share this video with any and all of your friends. And like I said, you guys are my family members. Not just subs to me. You are my chromies, right? Not my homies, but my chromies. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys had fun. And I can't wait to show you the final varnished thing. And Pat, you know what? It's all good to be goofy. I love being goofy, obviously. I love, love, love being goofy. But yeah, if you guys could, slight challenge for you all. Comment on my next couple of videos in all caps, and that would be great. Hey, Troy, you know what? Rewatch, and you will get the gist. Oh, thank you, Lacey. I agree. I definitely agree. I try to be friendly with everyone. Caps lock is on. Good, good. Yeah, show Camille a little love. Show her how much love she gets on our channel here. Band together and show some family support for one of our family members. Camille in Australia, I desperately love you. I love our conversations, and I love your comments, even though they're in all caps. So give me a comment, please. I love you. And I hope you guys had fun watching this video. Bye-bye.